the light and cross from there. Yesterday there was almost an accident that took place because of this. Because you try running in between the roads, you have people, they're going to be driving and they won't be able to stop, and God forbid, something major might happen. So please be careful with that. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem, amma ba'd. Tonight, inshallah, we'll go over verse number 7 in Surah Al-Kahf, 15 juz, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the reality of this world. Like, what is the reality, the haqiqat of dunya in the world around us? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna ja'alna. Indeed, we ja'alna means we have made. Indeed, we have made ma alal ardi, whatever that is upon the world, and upon the earth, upon the ground, yani the dunya. We have made this zinatan laha, as a decoration for the dunya, and a decoration for the world. So Allah is highlighting over here that the world Allah has decorated, and the wealth inside the dunya, the success inside the dunya, houses, and almost all of these things inside the dunya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning that He has decorated all of this. Allah has decorated it. What's the maqsad? What is the purpose then? The purpose is لِنَبَلُوَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا, so that we can test them. Yani we can test the humans, the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who are upon this world, yani they're upon this land. So Allah can test them. Test them in what? What is this test? Is this test in money? Is this test in how much dunya you have? Is this test in how much actions a person does? No. لِنَبْلُوَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Which one of them is best in their amal? Which one of us, they are good and the best in their a'mal, in their good deeds? What does that mean? Ulama have mentioned, for your actions to be the best and for you to pass your exam. So Allah is telling us that this dunya is actually exam hall and has been decorated. So don't get fooled by the decoration around you, because this decoration will fade. Kind of like when a person is doing weddings, right? The wedding night or some type of party. You call the stage person paying $10,000, $8,000, he decorates the stage for you. And then after 5 hours, 6 hours, it becomes useless. So for that moment, everyone is doing Snapchat, recording, looks so beautiful. Decoration. But does it last? The next day it's all removed. The same is the dunya. It's so beautiful. You know, the Prophet even said that in a hadith. So green, beautiful. But in reality, do not get consumed by this dunya. Do not forget about your deen and your main responsibilities, your purpose of existence, and that is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the ulama mentioned a good point over here. For us to be successful in this exam, so that in the hereafter we have we see the results that we want. Number one, of course, one is faith. We have iman in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what type of actions are accepted? What type of a'mal are ahsan? They're the best a'mal. Is it the a'mal that you do and you do 1,000 times? Is doing 1,000 adhkar without paying attention, or doing 20 rakats and no attention, is that good? Or is it the quality that you give it? The ulama have mentioned it's the quality that you give it. What do you mean by the quality that we give our actions? What do we mean by that? Number one, ikhlas. There must be sincerity in our ibadah. Yani my ibadah that I'm doing this purely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sadaqah that I'm going to give, inshallah, fundraiser night, maybe $100,000, $30,000, $10,000, and at least $3,000, if not that, to Masjid Al-Baqi's construction project. That sadaqah, I'm going to give this purely for the sake of Allah. Ikhlas. If you have ikhlas, and the second thing is according to Shariat. That's another thing. Sometimes people say, I'll do the ibadah, but who are you to tell me how to worship? I do it how I want to do it. Well, that's foolishness. Ibadah itself, it means that you do it how Allah wants it. That's the definition of ibadah. You worship Allah because Allah told you to worship Him a certain way. When you're saying, I'm going to worship Allah how I want to worship Allah, that's not ibadah, that's your desires. So two things, ikhlas, you have sincerity in your a'mal, and number two, your actions, they are according to the shariat. And when you pray salat, it's how Allah wants you to pray. When you're giving sadaqat, zakat, you follow the rules of, so for your zakat to be accepted, You need to have ikhlas, and then you have to make sure you follow the rules of zakat. If you decide, I want to give 1% in zakat, is it going to be accepted? Definitely not accepted. You give, let's say 5%, not even 2.5%. You give 5% in zakat, but you have no ikhlas. You're doing it just to show off. So people can praise you, oh, this guy sent this much money to us. Now, is that accepted? That is now accepted as well. So for your actions to be ahsan, to be beautiful, and to be accepted, and for you to fill up the test paper and get 100 on it in the Shariat, and they're according to Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to understand this. May Allah give us tawfiq to implement this as well. Jazakumullah khairan.